Hey guys, this is Woody here, and welcome back to Nascar 2003. It's been quite a while. As I'm recording this, it's a Saturday night. Dead Man Wonderland's on Toonami. I'm not even mad. So let's get this underway. We're gonna load this up. It's been quite a while, as you can see. January 20th, almost 2 months ago. I'm sorry for the delay, but let's check the settings here. AI is on Legend, no assists, or yeah, here's no assists. I have a pretty big points lead, so there's no need to show it, so let's get this underway for the Tropicana 400, so. Holy crap. it's just like there's just silence in here, just Gonza just fucking yelling in the background. It's like, oh my god, he fucking punched her. Oh my god. Okay, so that was weird. Okay, so let's qualify here. From what I remember here, it's actually a fun track on this game. Like, it's genuinely competitive from beginning to end. Because tire wear actually does play a pretty big factor here. I try to pit like one lap before halfway, and that's normally that's about the good time to pit. So when you do, it's actually not too bad. But at the very end of the run, the tires do fall, so it's really important to have a big lead, so when you do lose ground, it won't be enough. So yeah, I got third because I think I was rambling and their shit. I don't have to turn my TV down. I'm very professional. God. So I'm looking for my 13th win this season. It's been I think I went like 9, 10 in a row. Like, it's just I mean, it's like, yeah, I won a lot, but it is actually kind of tough because, I mean, if you're not careful, even if you're just off the pace a little bit, you still lose a lot of ground. That's a 29.4. That's a pole. That's actually 2/10 faster than I ran in my normal race. And my chair's squeaking again, guys. Alright, well, that was really professional. Alright, so I'll start this bad boy up and see where I can finish.
The Nascar Winston Cup
26 laps, and let's get this going. 3, 2, 1. Green flag's out here, and we got 26 laps of this, and let's see if I can win this bad boy. Yeah, I'm happy about this. The thing is that's weird is just like that, like on the restart, like they just kind of go by you. I don't know why that happens, but it does. But I'll get by them. So the main thing to really do with this track is just try not to spin your tires. Try to go as fast as you can. If you are leading, try to build up a pretty good lead so when your tires do fall off, you don't lose like a shit ton of ground. So I mean, even when I was doing a lot of practice runs, like by the time the end of the first green flag run before you pit, I might have at least like a 2-second lead. So I mean, it's just important to have a pretty good lead, so when the tires do fall off, you only lose maybe like half a second. So that's the approach I try to go into these races. I mean, this game is still a hell of a lot of fun to play. It's kind of sad that a 2002 game is better than a modern day game, like with all the advances in graphics and just what you can do now. I mean, it's sad that a 2002 game is better than a modern day game, but this is Utenix, a shitty ass fucking company, and they really didn't give a shit too much about their fans, and Dave Thompson spent most of his time being drunk probably, and you see a lot of tweets on that, and God forbid if you post like a genuine like criticism on like the NASCAR forums, they'll block it. I remember Revan did something on there where he was actually putting up a genuine post, like a thread of just how to improve their games, and he wasn't being an asshole, he wasn't being a dick, and they just removed it. It was really really fucking terrible. So that's the kind of standards that they have. I mean, God forbid, and it's never your fault too. It's always just the freaking your connection. It's ridiculous. But hopefully DMI will be a little bit better. If Tom Dusenberry is a hardcore racing fan like Ed Martin says he is, then that kind of gives NASCAR 60 a little bit of hope. I don't know how exactly good it is, because again, this is their first game, so there's really nothing to go off of. So I'm just hoping that it's going to be a little bit, like decent, with a couple of good ideas, and maybe the next one they'll explore that or perfect it even more in the next one. So I mean, I'm hoping for something alright. I mean, just I don't know. It's just weird. It's just I don't know. It's just man. It's just so funny. Like, this game is actually, I mean, playing this now, and even Nascar 2004, Chase for the Cup, NASCAR 06 is good too. NASCAR 07, I believe, is the last one that was actually really solid. Then when you go to NASCAR 08, NASCAR 09, it's like, yeah, you can totally tell the quality dropped off like a ton and everything. When you look at like NASCAR 08 on the 360, it's like how wonky those controls were in the physics. It's like if you spin out and you're rolling backwards, and if you turn the wheel, you'll flip over. And at Bristol, it's like if you freaking turn to the right, you'll flip over. It's like that's still just a little bit unrealistic, you know? I mean, I'm all up for flipping, but that's just ridiculous. So I have a pretty solid lead over, I think it's Dale Jarrett. But I mean, we're mainly focused on Rusty Wallace. Remember that guy? Yeah, he derped at Daytona, and it was like 35th in points at one point earlier on in the year, and now he's like 12th. So I'm hoping he can get a top 10, because that is like the one recurring gag that's been going on from the very start of this Let's Play, and it's just been hilarious to watch him kind of crawl back out from the ground, because he had such a terrible start. Like, it was ridiculous. Try not to hit the wall, but a little bit of dust came out of there. Halfway on fuel, I'll pit on lap 12 going in lap 13. As you can tell, my tires are starting to get a little bit worn. I can't go in the corners as hard as I want to. So I don't know how much ground I'll lose. I don't know how big of a lead I have. It has to be at least 2 seconds. Okay, 1.4. See, that's what's like really good about these games. Like, even if you're like really, really good, the AI will actually kind of, I wouldn't, like, they'll actually be on par. Like, you don't, like, it's like on NASCAR 14, it's like, or even you tennis games, you just like, you start from 43rd and you get to the front in like 5 laps, and it's like, okay. It's like, and there's no challenge at all. And here it actually is. I mean, when I was younger playing these games, it actually was really, really freaking hard. Like, in order to win like a shit ton of races, you actually have to be pretty good, actually. I'm not trying to say I'm good, but, you know, Nork League kind of helped me out being a better driver. It's pushed me to be a better racing gamer, if that even is a term. Because when I've seen other people and I race against people that are better than me, it pushes me to be better. So that's the one good thing that benefited from me being in Nork, is that it improved. It made me a better racing gamer. But yeah, this is no cakewalk. Because I mean, if I did this cold turkey, I don't think I would have won as many races as I did. So I'm going to be pitting this time. Hopefully nothing bad happens on pit road. So we're going to slow down to about 70 miles an hour. Did I just cut my tire? No, I didn't. That was weird. Alright, so, that's what I'm going to have. So, done. We're going to see what I get out on pit road. And as of right now, it's just me. So, I don't have to worry about anybody, like, running me over. So let's hope for a clean pit stop, for a solid run, and that's it. And you notice that the pit crew are wearing fucking sunglasses? Yeah, a little bit weird. Like 2 of them wear sunglasses. Like, man, it's just so funny from like the graphical change, just from character models in this game to NASCAR 2004. It's funny, it really is. Like, there is a notable difference. Because, like, we don't know how to animate the eye. Ooh. Hello, Rusty. Hello, Gordon. Oh my god, I almost derped in front of Rusty. I almost LePaged Rusty. And because of that, Gordon got by me. But it's okay. We'll get right by him. That could have been really bad. Thank you, Chief. Wait, we're not even at the halfway point, because it's lap 14. Or it's lap 15 for the other people, so that doesn't make any sense. Alright, we're gonna use Bill Elliott as a pit here and I guess get by, and we kind of like blocked Gordon so we had like nowhere to go, and it's like, thank you, Bill. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's followed me or anything, or don't follow me on any sort of social media, but Chase Elliott, Bill Elliott's son, retweeted my video for all of Bill Elliott's wins. I linked it to him. I was like, because Bill Elliott just got in the Hall of Fame, so I linked Chase Elliott, his dad's wins in the Cup Series, like all of them, and I just tweeted the video link to him, and he actually retweeted it, and it got a shit ton of views because of that. And it's like, holy mother of God, Chase Elliott acknowledged my existence. That was amazing. Because I do like Chase Elliott. When I went to the Glen, I actually got a hat, like a Chase Elliott hat, before he won his nationwide championship. So I got it before it was hip to like him, I suppose. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But I mean, in every Let's Play I do, I always have a Chase Elliott hat on, or I have like a Junior hat on or something. So, but Chase Elliott's just pretty cool. It's neat to see. I mean, for me at this point in my age, even though I'm not old, it's funny to see younger drivers coming up through the ranks that are younger than me, because I've always been like the ones that are like all these other racers who have always been older than me. Now they're in the sport and are like 17 and 18 or 19. It's just like, wow, I'm older than them. It's like, this is the beginning of me being old. It's just funny. So with about 9 laps to go, I don't know how big of a lead I have over Gordon. About 7/10 of a second. I need to at least have a second and a half before my tires start to fall off, because my tires are not going to hold up. I am pushing this car. It is just twitching. It wants to spin out, but I'm just telling it no. So I just got to have a pretty decent lead, so when the tires do fall off, when I do lose ground, I can still hold them off, because once the tires fall off, or once he gets by me, it's over. So, well, 9/10 again, about 2 seconds or 2/10 of a second that lap. So that's good. So we're gonna try to keep this pace. I really can't afford to have a slip up. I really have to have consistent lap times through and throughout here, because if I were to have a bad lap time now, it would or a bad lap, or like completely wash up the track, like it'll be over. And no lap traffic in front of me, so I mean, we're in pretty clean air. Just gotta run good lap times here. And about another 2/10, and somebody blew a motor up here. I don't know who that was, but well, wait, let's see, who was it? That was David Green, Jeff Purvis. I don't know. I remember somebody called me out on it because it was a mistake. It's like I mean, I don't mind when people are like, oh, that's not David Green. Oh, that's Jeff Purvis. It's like, okay, thank you. I mean, that's fine. I remember when Kevin Chow, I think on my Daytona one, he's like, he called me out. I was like, I don't know why he did that. I was like, yeah, I agree. That's nice. People are like, some people are just like, oh, you fucking suck, and it's, I don't know, some like generic crap like that. It's just like, okay. So, with about, hey, somebody's pitting, or that's the same guy. Never mind. Oh, wait, is there another guy? Yeah, 2 people are pitting. I wonder if there's 2 blown engines. So I have about a 1.3 second lead over Gordon. As of right now, if I keep going at this pace, I should be okay. As long as I don't fail, I'll be okay. I'm looking for my 13th win. I know when we get to the Brickyard, I'm not going to win. I've done so many practice runs, lower the tire pressures, mess around with the track bar or wedge and everything on a green flag pit stop. There's really nothing much I can do to win that race. I mean, I can get the pole and I can lead, but I just can't win that race. Like, for some odd reason, it's one of those tracks where it's just like, I don't know what exactly I'm doing wrong. It's just the AI are just programmed to be a little bit faster there than normal tracks. So there's really nothing much I can do. And as you can see, I kind of flowed up turn 3 a little bit. I was in the middle lane, but that's not too bad. Even if I were to run the middle lane throughout the rest of this race, I should have a chance to win. So I'm only 1.4 seconds ahead of Gordon. basically a second and a half. My car is just wanting to spin out. I have not hit this wall. I hit a wall once this race. I'm happy about that. So, man, it's just the car is getting harder and harder to turn. Oh God, I got sideways. It's starting to really show its colors here at the end of this run. How many seconds am I behind? 1.3. So I lost a tenth that lap. So that's what I was meaning about trying to have a pretty big lead by the time your tires fall off, so you have a cushion to fall on. And yeah, the car is getting harder and harder to hold that bottom line. So it's a good thing I got that lead when I did and didn't bullshit around, because I would have lost this race if I didn't. And it's just, yeah, the car is starting to get really, really tight. It's getting harder and harder to hold that bottom line. So it's good. So here we go. White flag's out, and I lost another 2/10 on my lead. But as long as I even hold the middle lane here from here on out, I'll be okay. So that's what I mean about this game being challenging, because, like, you know, if you don't, I mean, if you really have to be on your A game. You really can't afford to have a really shitty lap or just whop it up really badly, because it does kind of hurt in the long run. But luckily, I held on with my lead here, and I'm going to get my 13th win of the season here at Chicago for the Tropicana 400 over. And with about a second lead over Gordon, here we go, my Davey Quickie tribute. And I know somebody in the comments was like, "Oh, that's Alan Quickie. That's Davey Quickie doesn't exist." And it's like, it's a joke, okay? It's an in gag. It's a recurring gag. Do you really think I would not know the difference between Alan Quickie and freaking Davey Allison? I did freaking win videos for those two. Even though there was someone's like, "Oh, why did you? Alan Quickie won Winston Cup. Well, you have to be a special kind of stupid." It's like, well, that's pretty fucking mean way to put it, right? Because I did that for Davey Allison, nobody cared. But with Alan's like, oh, that's a sin. That's a sin. You can't please anybody, because if I went with a Winston Cup, it's like, well, that's not Winston Cups. That's not what it is anymore. And then if you were to go with Sprint Cup, it's like, oh, but that's not Winston Cup, and Winston Cup's not used. Can't please everyone, right? It's just like really nothing I can do. But it was like my 5th one I've ever done, so I probably should have called it the Winston Cup, but I mean, it is what it is. Even if I change it to Sprint Cup, people are like, why is the title Sprint Cup, but in video it's like, or why is the video called Winston Cup Wins, and then in video it's Sprint Cup? So yeah, it's, I mean, you just can't win. I kind of dug myself in a hole there. There's really nothing I can do. And I won, and was like, it's that trophy, man. It's not like exactly, that's not at all what it looks like. But at least they have the name right. So that was a fun race. I led 20 of the 26 laps just because of pit stops and stuff. Did not let me lead that. But I had a second lead over Gordon. Where did Rusty Walls finish? Oh my god, fucking 15th. He only gained 1 spot in that race, so good. God damn it, Rusty. Alright, so let's look, you know, I almost said let's lick at the points, but let's look at the points and see where everything is. I'm mainly more focused on Rusty Walls, because I have a big enough points lead. My chair cracked again, nice. Rusty Walls, like, I mean, I already have a big enough points lead. I have a 431 point lead. 13 wins, I mean, I'm having a good day. So Ricky Rudd's in 10th, 950 back, and then Rusty Wallace is in 13th. Almost actually, oh my god. He is only like, oh my god, he's only like 104 points back from 10th. That is amazing. Oh, actually like 96, but you know, holy crap, Rusty Wallace. He better get in that top 10. Do you have any wins this year? No, only 2 top 5, sorry. So next race will be at New Hampshire for the New England 300. And that'll be a fun race because tire wear is pretty massive there as well, so you do have to be careful. So, and, you know, we'll actually have to have some of that quote-unquote driving ability, so you know what. I'll see you later, and have a nice day. Hopefully it won't take another month to get the next one out, so yeah, I'll see you all later at New Hampshire.